Good day, guys. I want us to do analysis on gold. We can see that really gold is cooking. Gold, something really wants to happen in gold. And I would like us to start today with the weekly chart so that we can know where we can project our trend, which we are seeing now. As you're looking at this now, you can see that we have the movement of a retracement, okay, a movement of retracement which touched 12700 level and making it a rejection level, okay. And also we could see that we also had 1303 level as also a rejection level. Looking at this now, we could see that this is a consolidation that has been happening for over 1, 2, 3, 4, a month plus now. This is a month this consolidation started. It has been happening, and all of them are forming a reversal candle. If we can start from here, we say that this is a hammer, this is a hammer, this is also a hammer, this is we call it a hammer but with a long shadow down, or you can call it a doji with a big body. And now the last candle of last week closed forming a tight indecision candle, doji, whereby this is telling us that market, both buyers and sellers, don't really know what exactly is happening to gold. This is a candle that a candle called indecision candle. Now, but us looking at this now, I will tell you categorically that for me, from my view, I can see that there's a possibility that 1277 will be broken. And I also can tell you categorically that there's a possibility that 1303 will also be broken. Because, why I'm saying that, because if you use our Fibonacci, you could see that price is doing what we call retracement, because everything that goes up must surely give you a 50% retracement. And if you look at this now, you see that price is all the whole consolidation that has been happening is happening above this 50% retracement. If you watch it, you see that it all started on the 23rd. Okay, it all started on the 23rd of March, when price hit the 50% retracement. Since then, we have been under consolidation. So right now, you can see that it has taken, if this started on the 23rd of March, we are in May. That means ending of March throughout April. Now we are in May, and May is about to finish. That means we are in consolidation for a good 2 months. I'm telling you, whatever that is going to happen here is coming big. It's coming big. When I say big, I mean we should be expecting to be seeing something like 500 or 600 pips running, just like this. Something like this. We'll be seeing 500 or 600 pips running. So, but the main thing now is, how can we get this? This is indecision. And we know that non-farm payroll is coming. non-farm payroll, which I believe will be the breakout of this. It will be the non-farm payroll that will break this thing out, that will break this price out. It's not about all this market that is coming next week. So looking at this price now, we should be getting ready. We should be preparing. We should be loading our boats, because the fire that is going to burn here, man, I hope we'll be on the right side. So, but looking at this now, if I should make my decision on this, I should be saying that I'm still bullish, though already my price is there waiting for the price to break. I've already taken my position, and though I've not fixed my TP and my stop loss, but I've taken my position, which is a risk I'm willing to take, but I'll be putting my stop loss, which is very, very important. If I'm putting my stop loss should be coming at this level, 1264.30. That should be where my stop loss is, and my TP should be around that, this 1342. But for now, looking at this market, I think the best thing is to wait for the breakout, because it's going to be very, 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 very tricky. But for me, I've already taken a decision that I'm going to be taking a long trade with this, being that this is just a 50% retracement. If price should break this and break through 12770, where we'll be seeing price, if price doesn't retrace touching this 61.8% Fibonacci, if price doesn't retrace with it, next place we are going to see price is at 78.6 Fibo, 78.6% Fibo, which is at 1227.14, which is where we should be expecting a pullback to this trend line, then before the price will continue to go down. So, but if eventually these things happen, now what we should be expecting is, if price should break 1303 level, we should be expecting price to hit at 1342 level, where we now wait to see if this trend line will be broken. Okay, if this resistance trend line will be broken. Okay, for you to confirm if that's a correct trend line, remember that we said that in trend lines, trend line rule says that where we can see a trend line is where 2 points meet, and from here now we can see that we have 2 points meeting at this level. Okay, you can see 1, 2, which now give us this trend line, making this price not to have touched it but reversed. Okay, that will now cause us to have another trend line, which is not necessary for us to draw. But with that, I'm believing that if price should break this, we should be expecting price at 1342, or if price should break this, we should be expecting price to first hit 1311 or 1310, then maybe possibility of a little pullback, and also continue the up move. So here we can say that price is in a bit of a 50-50 chance, being that we can see that we have an indecision candle. So right now let's go to our daily chart in order to see our views more clearly. Looking at our daily now, we can see that we have a symmetric triangle inside it, and we have a trend line. Let me minimize it so that we can see. We have a trend line. As you can see, remember we said 2 points of shadow makes a trend line. So you can see that this and this plus this made us to have this trend line. So looking at this trend line now, you can see that from what I said in that weekly chart, you can see that price is really consolidating and using this trend line now to be its rejection level. Okay, it is running as a rejection level, and if you watch, it's really respecting that level, because if you watch here, you see how it is. This one is higher than this one. We're having a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and here we are having a higher, a high low, high low, a high low, high low happening along this area. Okay, so now from the analysis that I've been giving since last week, I've been telling you guys that price is still bullish. My reason being that we could see that 127700 is still very much okay. It's still very much okay. It's intact. Because why is it intact? We can see that we have rejection area here, about 2 rejection areas here, where price has not really broken. We have rejection area at 1284. We have rejection area at 1288, and then if you go to the resistance area, you see that we have rejection area at 1294. We also have rejection area at 1297. So you see that 13 is also in between that area. So you can 13 is above that area. Sorry, is above that area. But if you look at this now, you see that the last bullish move we had to fight to go and hit 1303. Okay, so looking at this now, we can say that price is 50-50. So no one can really say where price is going to. But looking at the trend, looking at what is happening in the trend, you can say, if we also use our Fibonacci here, if we use our Fibonacci, we can also say that if we use our Fibonacci here, you can equally see what happened here. It's still price respecting 50% retracement. Okay, it tried to hit 61.8% of it, but couldn't break the 168 level. Okay, so what is this telling us? This is telling us that investors are really waiting for something. They are waiting for something that will move price. And I believe that from what all the indication, we could see that throughout last week, dollars was strengthening. And I believe I'm not the only one that saw all the data that came out from US. All the data that came out from US, all of them were so much good. And if you watch the series of job, if you have been following the job data that has been coming out, you see that since this May, job in US has been on a good side. There has not been a day every Thursday that the job comes out not having a good result. So with that now, we can say that at the end of this month, by the end of this coming week, the upper week Friday, which is our non-farm payroll day, we can be expecting that the job rate will be more than good. Now, we also should be expecting that the non-farm payroll should also be to be better. So there's a possibility that the dollar will get more strength. And if dollar should get more strength, that means there's a possibility that we will be seeing a breakout that will give us up to 600 pips. But whereby maybe by next week something happens, or that I can't just tell, because this is so if you watch here, you can see that the indecision is so much. The indecision is so much. For how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5, and still there's no gateway to this. People have still not know where the price is going to. But looking at this now, we know that this is a reversal candle. Technically, this is a reversal candle which has not completed its function by pushing the price down. Okay, it has not really done its function. What price has been doing is consolidating. So you also look at the previous reversal candle also. It has not really done its work. Okay, so we also now look at this. This is a bullish reversal candle which equally has not done its work. But looking at this now, I don't know, I can't really tell. But what we should know that is, one is 1277 is still secured. There's a possibility that price might break this symmetric triangle, hitting 1277, then going back. There's also the possibility that it will hit it and it will get down to this area. So there's also a possibility that price by Monday might decide to break through this rejection area, resistant trend line, and hit this level 1303 and still pull back, because I believe that this market now is waiting for the non-farm payroll. This price indecision that is happening here is waiting for the non-farm payroll. So looking at this now, we should be very careful. We should be very careful if we are intraday. If we are traders who do intraday trading, we should be very careful. And if you are trading, please make use of your trend line, make use of your trailing stop, so that you don't lose your green pips. Let's look at 4 hours and see what is happening in 4 hours. Looking at 4 hours, I'm sorry that you guys will say there's a lot of lines here, but it's just for us to be clear, for us to know what is happening, for us to know exactly what is happening at a particular level. So if you look at this level now, if you look at this now, we have 2 symmetric triangles. This is a symmetric triangle with this one, with this trend line. These 2 trend lines are symmetric triangle, which are the big ones. Then we have the small ones inside. Now it's still the same thing, all the way from the weekly down to 4 hours. Looking at 4 hours, we cannot really say where price is going to, but the only thing we can do is that we can make money through it by scalping and using our trend line and using our trailing stop. But now we could see that this happened on Friday. Okay, this happened on Friday. Okay, why this happened on Thursday? This reversal candle happened on Thursday. So now, with this candle forming below 1293 level, okay, also look at another bullish reversal candle formed closing. This is an inside. If you look at it now, you see is an inside bar. This candle is an inside bar now. So invariably, on a normal day, we are supposed to be expecting to buy, okay, because it's a reversal candle. Now look at this. This is a long hammer that has a long. This is a long hammer this is a hammer with a long shadow. So this also now supporting this. So where do we think that price is going to go? That means there's a possibility that price will jump. Either price will jump down, we have a gap, then price will now go up. Or we have a gap up and price will go up, and later in the day it will come down. So really, to be frank and to be honest, the best thing I could advise on this trade is for us to wait. Let this trend line, these 2 trend line, define where price is going. But for the meantime, we can still scalp. But if we are scalping, we should use a very good and tight trailing stop so that we don't lose. Because if you watch the way market has been moving, if it shoots up, the way it shoots up is the way it will run down. The way it shoots up, that same speed is the same speed it's going to use to fall. So you got to be alert, you got to be vigilant. And please, if you know that you're not good in scalping, please just stay away. Wait for the breakout. Wait for the breakout. It's not necessary that you must trade a day. It's not necessary that you must trade a day. The best thing is for you to wait for the breakout. If the breakout happens, then you will be sure of where price is happening. That means if you want to trade gold, you should be waiting something like after 2 weeks time. In 2 weeks time, you come and check gold and be able to see a very good view of where price is going. Thank you. I hope this will help us, and may God bless us. Amen.